Yeah, I think we can be. I think that the team has shown a lot of very good progress. We are in a situation that we are in at the moment. You can look at the first 15 games in two parts. The first part is a lot of acclimatization, and in the process, we dropped some very, very important points. And even though the performances were worthy of better results, but the disappointment is probably some results, like the result against Maghreb, where we didn't play well at all, and we deserved to lose the game. But it's a game that we should never lose as Wydad Football Club. And even in the space where we lost very important points in our first game against Mars, but I think when you compare those two games, Mars, we were very, very good. And as a coach that pays attention to performances more than results, because I cannot promise results. No coach can promise results. What we can promise is performance, is mentality, is respect for the brand and for the club as a whole. And when I look at the first 7, 8 matches, I'm a coach that is not satisfied. But being part of the process and respecting the process, you see how there's been a great improvement thereafter. And we've gone now 7 games without a defeat for the first time since 2023. And this is very, very important, because when you build something, you want to build something that is sustainable. And how do you build something sustainable is knowing how you built it. So step 1 was to make sure that our culture is right, and the players know the club that they play for. And still now with trying to introduce the culture, trying to introduce a way where we can play with a lot of humility and respect, to respect the players that were here before, knowing that there were some incredibly talented players that the fans witnessed and saw their talent every single day. There were some incredibly great coaches. I mean, there was coaches like Oscar Falon, for an example, who went on to even coach Real Madrid, you know. So this type of respect and understanding for our fans, for the club, is very, very important. And I think we are in the right direction. The second half of the season is one that makes me quietly proud. And I think the fans of the club, the expectations have been raised now, because even after a 0-0 against the Mamra, and nobody is happy. And this is the attitude and the mentality of a big club. Big clubs do not celebrate draws. Big clubs want to win, and want to win every single game. And I think now within the football club, now within the entire athletic club, you have fans, board, staff, everybody that says the club is on a very good way, and is capable of even better performances and better results. And so we are quietly content. Are we happy? No, because we want to win. We want to challenge for Botola. We know it's going to be very, very difficult this season, and for sure we have to respect the work that is being done by a lot of other clubs. But we know what this club deserves. We know what we have to give to this club. And this is my message every single day to the players, is we have to understand how privileged and fortunate we are to wear the Wydad jersey. And we have to show that, not just talk about it, but we have to show it every single day in training. We have to show it every single day in our performances on the match. And in this moment, if you ask me, am I satisfied? I think I'm quietly satisfied. Am I happy? No, because we have to win every single game. But am I optimistic about what the future holds? I can tell you 100%. I think we've got a bright future as a football club, as a team, as a club as a whole, and of course as the spearhead, as the image from the football side. We have to carry this responsibility, and I think the players are understanding this, and this augurs well for the future of our club. Yes, our goals are the same. We want to win every match. We want to win every match. We know it's not easy. For an example, we know we have to play against Mars now, who have some very good players and have players like Harbach, who is very, very influential and averages 41.2 passes so far this season. They've got Gabello, who is very important for them, can play in the midfield as an 8, can play maybe even a little bit higher as a 10, and maybe even sometimes, if you've seen in the national team of Botswana, can play in a more offensive position closer to the box. And so these are players that are very, very important for them. They've got Shihab, who the goalkeeper, who very good range of passes, very good distribution of transitions, and is a very experienced player for them. So we know that we play against a very good team. We play against very good opponents that have very good coaches, and for them, every game against us is a cup final, and we've always got to be ready. We've got to be ready for these matches, and we have to have the right mentality. Yeah, we have a few concerns for this match, and of course, if you look now, we've come back from a period where we've played 3 matches in 10 days. And of course, that takes its toll on some of the players who didn't have a proper preseason. So we have to have a look at a player like Mobarik, who's struggling at the moment, and we have to see whether he will pass a late fitness test. Mofid, you saw after the last game, he had to be subbed off with an ankle injury. Fortunately, it doesn't look too serious, but we will see and we will assess with the medical department. We have Enzo is coming back a little bit now in this moment. He's got a few complications. I mean, it's incredible the amount of work CD does within 90 minutes. His ability to press from the top, his second movements behind Cassius and to find the second pass, the third pass from Rai, from Hamza Sahi. These possibilities for us is creating a lot of very good moments. So we're a bit concerned there. But other than that, we also welcome back Putuil from suspension. We welcome back Jamal also, who's going to be back as our captain. So the team is good. We are in a good space, and apart from 1 or 2 late fitness tests, we are in a very, very good space. Yeah, very important. I think the big football clubs are based on big and stable cultures. And a stable culture is one that we have respect and integrity for the club, and we understand the club that we represent. 2 is a lot of humility, how we represent ourselves, how we represent our fans, how we represent the club, the board, the management, the president. Every day we've got to demonstrate that with humility and a lot of hard work. Everybody, from our staff, from myself, because nobody is bigger than the club. And also alignment, alignment with regards to the goals and the vision of the club. We've got a very big year, a year where we have to represent Morocco at the Club World Cup. We have a clear understanding that sometimes there are certain moments in our lives that are bigger than ourselves. And so when you're called to serve, and this moment we are called to serve. Serving means you have to remove yourself a little bit, how you feel in certain moments, what you want in certain moments, and because it can never be about you. When this club is a club that is loved by 5, maybe even 10 million supporters, that means 5 to 10 million families, are affected by the results, but by the performances of the club. It means how we carry ourselves on the pitch, how we play on the pitch with passion, with determination, but also with a sense of brotherhood and family spirit. And so we try to work on this and try to every single day to try to inculcate this culture. And I'm very happy that we have players that understand this. Mohamed Rai, for an example, is a new player in the Botola, is a new player at Wydad, but has great appreciation for this football club. We have Jamal, who's the captain. Yusuf, who's been here, he knows the culture, he understands the demands that even after 1 or 2 mistakes, it's very, very important to forget yourself a little bit. put the club first, and maybe even in certain moments be prepared to take a bullet and die for the club. This is what many before you speak about the Benjaloun brothers, who not only served this club on the pitch but served them in positions of leadership. This is what many football players, many staff members have demonstrated for Wydad. And so the mentality is there. That is the mentality that has been shown in the past, and that is the mentality we have to follow if we want to represent this club, if we want to bring back the glory days of this club. It's not about talking about it. It's about demonstrating it. It's about fighting for it. It's about making sure that this club is competing for championships. It's about making sure that this club is competing for honors on the African continent, because this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest club on the African continent. And so to be part of it, to represent it, means a lot more to every single one of us. But this is not part of talking about it. We have to knuckle down a little bit. We have to work a little bit harder. We have to add a bit more to our performances. And I think this is a great demonstration, and we see it now with Cassius, we see it with Zemraoui, with the consistency. We see it a little bit more with Pushta, who's probably playing some of his best football. So we have to work a little bit harder to improve, to be more consistent, and to give back. And that's what serving means, is giving back. This club deserves a lot more than what it's gone through in the last 2 years. The greatness of this club is embedded in winning the Botola 22 times, winning the Champions League 3 times. That is the history of this club. And that history should only serve to inspire us to try to make an even greater contribution. My message always is to the players: what legacy do we leave behind? What are our intentions? And our intentions have got to be that we leave the jersey better than we found it. And so if we found it with 3 stars, we've got to add the 4th, or we've got to add the 5th. And that's what we have to carry with ourselves every single day. And the players see it, hopefully, with our work. We demonstrate it with selflessness and hours of not sleeping and investing and knowing the opposition and knowing the league and knowing our team and the strengths of our players. And this is the only way we can demonstrate it as a staff, with the medical staff, with everyone involved. But at the end, it's also the players to show this on the pitch, and that is the challenge that we face for the next 15 matches, is how much can we show to our people that we appreciate being here. We love this club as much as we say we love this club. And in certain moments, if sweating is not enough, are we prepared to eat a bit of grass? Maybe when we are not good enough to get the result, even if we are prepared to eat a bit of grass, are we prepared to die and leave a bit of our skin on the pitch for this incredible institution? That's my challenge. That's my challenge to the club and to the players.